sa së rëst, do e verim brëst.
What a mouth! Look at that mouth!
It's only 1.5, Conor.
Isn't it? But it's a rocket ship.
1.6. Any reaction to the stretch on your life?
Come and get me! Come and get me!
In his court for this big fight.
And what is the biggest appeal of this fight for you? Because you've talked about it for a while. Is it going down and winning the flyweight belt and becoming a dual champion, or is it to beat a guy who many consider, the GOAT in MMA?
I mean, they both have perks. I mean, I think both of them. I think everything. It's all like just perfect timing. Not only is Demetrious Johnson on the longest title defense history ever, and I wanted to prove that I could have stopped him from breaking the record when he turned down the fight and was scared to fight me, but also the fact that he's the pound-for-pound best, and I believe I am the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, as well as I could be a dual champ, only ever done one at a time by Conor, so it's got a lot of perks, it's a highly touted fight. You take advantage of these big fights when they come into your future. I mean, this is something that will help out my legacy, my name, and as well as my pocketbook. I mean, it's something that's, everyone's going to want to see this fight. Demetrious has always shown up for his fights. I don't blame him for not being a more popular fighter. Everyone's always talking about Demetrious Johnson being on this long win streak or, breaking the record or being a great fighter. It's true. He always shows up. He always does those things, but he doesn't have the opponent to push him to that next level to get this big draw, and this is it. This is the one that everyone wants to talk about, everyone wants to see, and so it's time for him to man up and take this fight.
I mean, you mentioned some of his accomplishments there, but were you a little bit disappointed? Did it change your thought on him a little bit about being the GOAT when that fight didn't really come together, when a lot of people thought you guys would be fighting initially?
Absolutely, man. I mean, it showed that he was scared, man. It showed that he wanted the easier fight to break his record. It showed some weakness in him, and so, yeah, absolutely.
Have you heard anything from the UFC about possibly making, this DJ fight a reality? Obviously, you just fought less than 30 days ago, but have you heard anything from them about, making this one happen?
Absolutely. Talk to them, and that's what they want to get done, asking some time. They called, asked some time frames around it. They're going to call and pick his brain a little bit and see when the right time will be. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, they want it to happen. I want it to happen. The fans do. So it's all in Demetrious's.
Like he deserves this fight. He's got the 5-0 record, but some people say he hasn't really fought the tough competition. Do you agree that he deserves this fight?
He definitely deserves this fight. Look, the guy looks like a beast. He's, I think, a 9-fight winning streak. He's doing great. He looks great. He looks awesome. You can see what he's done with the competition. He's got that one-punch knockout power. He definitely deserves to be here, and it's going to be a very exciting fight. I'm in the best shape of my life. It's going to go down Saturday.
Does this remind you of any particular scenario early in your career, maybe when you were coming up or more established, when you're the veteran fighting this guy who's on a hot streak, everyone's talking about him as the next big thing? Does this remind you of any other scenario?
No, not like this. Kind of a little bit different. My first pro MMA fight was against an established name who had a lot of hype around it. So then I was the Francis. I didn't really have that much hype around at the time, but I did beat him. I think I'm more like the underdog guy that goes in and gets the job done. I've done that numerous times in my career, and Saturday we're going to do it again.